Take 10 in the freezing cold of England in the summer. Yeah, it's still cold in the summer in England. We're stuck here for the next 3 months thanks to the 90-180 rule. If you don't know about that, stay tuned to find out a little bit more right here on our channel. Here we go.
We're trying to reach as much people as we can because we don't want that this happen to you, and we know it happens to a lot of people because it's a lot of misinformation. We having a lawyer, and even with the lawyer, unfortunately, she make a huge mistake. That we came from Miami to have our visa in Spain. We're supposed to be back in Spain before July, and now we're stuck here for the next 3 months, and we have 9 pets and 2 kids, and we really don't know what we're gonna do because right now we don't have a job and we cannot work here.
Don't know what we're gonna do, but God is good, and we're all together, and everybody's okay, thank God. So let's start from the beginning. The beginning was a couple years back. We decided to move from the United States to Spain on an entrepreneur visa, which we applied in Spain, by the way, because like Janet said, had to
United
leave.
States. It was really insecure. So we decided that we want to start over in Spain, and we get the lawyer. We prepare everything for 2 years. We're trying to do everything good, but unfortunately the lawyer probably didn't know so much about everything in this case, and we trusted and we came to Spain, and then we stuck for the 90-180 rule that a lot of people can get. You can get deported, you can get fined, and you can get banned from getting to the European Union, which is a lot of countries, and you don't want that.
I believe it's 27 countries that are part of the European Union as of right now, and these 27 countries are basically, they don't have any borders, right? So they all are considered one country in a sense, right? So we came to Spain back in March. We stayed there 90 days like everybody else would have, and we have an apartment there. We have our business that we're going to start there, our new business, right?
Everything.
Or an extension of the business that we already have back home in Miami. And so our lawyer decided to tell us,
That
or
we had to leave.
I should say she advised us that we had to leave, right? And go back to the US, which was not possible.
Or live outside the European Union,
Or-
and then get a visa and come back
Correct.
in the next 15-20 days.
Correct.
Which she's supposed to know that we wouldn't be able to come back in the next 3 months.
Exactly.
Which, you know how hard it is with 9 pence go in an airplane and do it again. So you had to see our journey because we crossed through the tunnel to the UK just because of them. So if you're a pet lover, you will understand.
It was pretty cool. That whole journey from Spain to England was pretty cool. We drove about 28 hours nonstop through Spain, through France, into the tunnel, into the Eurotunnel, and to England.
Which is expensive. It's really, really expensive.
Try doing that with no money in your account, with no work for the last 3 months. Thank God for all of our friends. Big shout out to all of them. You know who you are. Thank God for our support system. I can't say anything more than thank you right now, but you guys know how we feel.
We want to that people know that this can happen to you, and really, really going through the process so you don't have to go through this.
Yeah, it is a pretty crappy situation to be in. And we know that other people have probably gone through this and have somehow managed, and we're trying to manage ourselves. So
the thing is that you cannot come back. You only have 180 days.
Hold on. So let's talk about the 90-180 rule. What is this rule about the EU? What does it mean? How does it work? Okay, so the European Union, specifically the Schengen area, which is a certain number of countries as well, essentially the 90-180 rule is you can come into the EU for a total of 90 days, right? So on a 180-day consecutive day rotation. So the rotation starts the day you land, or the day you arrive, I should say, in the EU. Okay, so your clock starts then. You have a total of 90 days to stay in the EU. If you max out your 90 days, you got to leave and you can't come back for an additional 90 days in that 180-day period. Following so far? Confusing?
Really.
It's really confusing. So for 180 days is 6 months, basically.
Yes, exactly, to come back. So no matter how much you use, it has to be 180. So we use 90, so we had to come back in 90.
Exactly. And because we're from the US,
You can go through the European Union in those 90 days. And
anywhere
have
in the
fun and
European Union,
everything,
Italy,
anywhere, but the
Spain,
clock
France,
is going,
but your clock is,
which
you're on the clock, yeah.
France and Spain are not really
Happy about it.
but the law is the law, so it's nothing that you can do about it if you want to do the right things accordingly with the law.
We all want to do the right thing.
So this is our first one. We're right now in a camp, which is beautiful. It's what I say is summer here, and London is beautiful. It wasn't in our plans, so we're not enjoying as much because we like in the phone with lawyers trying to see what's going on, because we trust a lawyer and it looked like we knew him more, because we find out more ways that we can be a stay. We're not supposed to leave Spain. How a lot of our friends told us, don't leave, because you have a process. But we didn't listen because we have a lawyer, and unfortunately, they were right. The lawyer was wrong.
And look, everybody makes mistakes. That's part of life. Let us show you exactly what we're dealing with here. And there it is. That's the motorhome that we're in.
And we have 9 pets there. We had 3 cats,
Yeah.
4 big dogs and 2 small dogs and 2 kids and my mom. And we did it just because we don't want them to go through the airplane again. Plus, it's really, really expensive. We planned it for 2 years, and unfortunately, it didn't go how we wanted. So this is what we're doing now.
And again, huge shout out to all of our friends who are supporting us. And stay tuned for more of our adventure, because we got to make it an adventure, right? You can't just mope and cry about it and play victim, right? So we're doing what we can to stay positive, obviously, and of course entertain our children, who are,
you can see we're gonna put like in this video you've been seeing, because I'm gonna put like showing how we doing with the kids and everything, and it's not easy, but you know, even in the darkest time, God is always there, and we're still really blessed.
So if you want to follow along and stay tuned, we'd love for you to join us on this journey, on this adventure in England for the next couple months.
Yes. And as soon as we get out of this, you know, anybody that needs help about that, about going to
for
Spain,
sure,
or like knowing more about this law, or you got a screw about this law, anything, just let us know. We can guide them more about the tunnel too, how to cross it. If you have more than 5 pets, you have to actually rent a cab and bring the other pets there too, which is really weird too. But that's the way that you have to do it. And
we'll talk about that in
you do
another
it in
video.
advance.
We'll talk about that in another
Yes.
video. But
Okay.
for now, again, subscribe, comment below if you've ever gone through something like this with your lawyer or with any immigration attorney, whether you're going to Spain or the EU, or not. If you're traveling to another part of the world and you've gone through something like this, we'd love to hear from you and hear about your experience. And hopefully we can all work together and figure this out, because this is insane and this 90-180 rule is crazy.
Yep.
So we'll talk to you soon.